views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
See this rain, tell me what's it mean to you? Yeah, it's pretty, but to me it just meant true. I'm so sorry for being such a bore, 'cause this rain and everything means nothing anymore.
Good afternoon, this is Patty Hunter of Patty's Page. Today on the phone is Susan Jacks, and she is a singer, Canadian of course, and I've been a fan of hers since the 60s and 70s. Would you believe that, girl? Where were you born and raised?
Oh, I was born in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Is that near?
But we moved out to British Columbia when I was 9.
Wow. Is that near Swift Current?
Swift Current, not really. It's not too far. I'm not very good with my geography in Saskatchewan, but it's close to, not too far from Regina.
My mother was raised there when she came over from Germany.
Oh, really?
Yeah, many moons ago.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, it's kind of nice. You know, it's very cold in the winter, but it's...
When you started to sing, how old were you?
Oh my gosh. It's before I can even, as far as I can remember, I was singing. Now, as far as kind of singing, well, I remember when I was about 7 and I would go, I think it was about 7, and I would go to a local radio station in Saskatoon, and they would have people, you could say something to say hi to your family, or you could read a poem or sing, and you know, I would do that. Now, that wasn't really what you'd call professional, but I guess I started professionally when I was about 14.
14.
And I got paid $1.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
To sing on Saturday afternoons, and you know, I wouldn't sing the whole time, but I would sing a couple of songs, and I would get $1. So that was kind of when I first got professional. But I mean, my gosh, I've sung all my life in school and in just, you know, everywhere. I just loved to sing. That was the only thing I ever really wanted to do.
So it was meant to be.
It was?
It was meant to be?
I think it was meant to be. I'm sure it was. I don't think I would have been given that drive to just sing. I mean, I didn't think about being famous necessarily. I was just thinking about just wanting to sing.
Your family, are they into music as well, your mom and dad, as you were growing up?
Not really. I mean, they all love music. I have 6 brothers and a sister, and I had 2 of them were into music. One was a fabulous singer, but never went anywhere with it. So it kind of filtered through everybody. You know, if they couldn't sing, at least they appreciated it. But nobody ever really got into it like I did.
Was it Bill that had the wonderful voice? Your brother?
Yes. Billy, yeah, he had an amazing voice. When I heard him when he was quite young, and it was just, he really had something magical, but he never followed through with it. But now I have another brother, Rick, who also has a beautiful voice, and he sang somewhat professionally. He would sing in you know, some pubs and things like that, but never really took it further than that. And my youngest brother, Jim, actually got into a band when he was younger, played a lot. He also actually played in my band at one point when I played at Expo in Vancouver, and but he didn't really he didn't follow it further than that either. He became an accountant.
That's cool.
So,
Something to back up to, in case he couldn't do it anymore, something to fall back on, eh? So, how did the Poppy family get started?
actually, the Poppy family got started when it was in 1966, and I asked Terry if he would play rhythm guitar for me. I had tried all the other people I knew. I didn't really know Terry very well. I had met him once I used to be a regular on a Cross Canada TV show,
Oh, yeah.
and he appeared on one of them, and but that's all I knew of him. I don't even think we talked very much, but I had tried my friends to see if they could play guitar for me, and they were all busy because I, of course, left it till the last minute. And somebody suggested that I maybe call Terry because he was no longer in the band he had, and so I called him, and he agreed.
How long has had
And
been?
it kind of went from there. You know, we played a couple of things, and then we asked a guy to join us, and you know, in those days there were so many places you could play,
Yeah.
and it just kind of evolved from there.
So how many years were you with the Poppy family?
Well, we started, I guess we actually became officially the Poppy family in about, I think in 1967, and we stopped being the Poppy family probably in 1972,
Oh.
and kind of around 72 or 73, and then I left the marriage in 73,
Oh.
and of course we didn't do any more after that. There was nothing.
So what did you do after that? Did you go in other bands or tour or whatever?
Oh yeah, I continued to tour. I had a band. I had some pretty substantial hit records in Canada. But then I moved down actually in 1980. Was it 82 or 83? I moved down to Nashville, and with a record contract, and recorded a couple of things, and then the record company dissolved. Well, the head of the record label passed away, and so the record label kind of dissolved, and so I stayed down in Nashville. I became a staff songwriter for a while, and then moved back here
Where's here?
in Vancouver.
Vancouver.
I moved back to Vancouver in 2004.
Oh.
Well, I moved back for two reasons. One, my second husband, Ted, had lung cancer,
Oh.
and he wanted to move back to be closer to his family here, and my family, because my family was just like his. And I also had discovered that I was in kidney failure.
Oh.
So we moved back here, and he passed away in 2005.
Our condolences.
And that was. But he got to come home and see everybody, which was nice.
You said you had kidney disease?
Yeah, actually I have a very rare kidney disease. It's called monoclonal IgG3. They told me only 200 known cases in the world, and I thought, oh, geez, am I special or what?
Yeah.
Not exactly the way I wanted to be, but anyway, I had ended up having a kidney transplant in 2010.
Oh. Wow.
And in 2016, I got very, very sick, and oh my gosh, ended up in the hospital for 3 months on. But I think it was not necessarily from the kidney. It was a combination of a whole bunch of things, but I ended up losing the kidney, and I was on life support and in a coma for about a week, almost a week, and I ended up losing the kidney and on dialysis, and I'm on dialysis still.
Oh, really?
And waiting. I'm on the waiting list for another kidney transplant. So, but with COVID, everything got put on hold. They weren't doing any transplants, and
I was worried about that COVID thing, you know. I was worried about that. How are you coping?
I'm sorry.
How are you
What's
coping through this coronavirus thing?
Yeah. Well, that's, I have to be so careful because my immune system is compromised. So I have to be very careful, and I don't go out. I'm pretty isolated for the time being. I go very few places, but we got to deal with it. What are you going to do?
Do you sing at home, like on the computer, to people to watch you or listen to, whatever?
Doing singing and stuff?
Mm-hmm. You can do singing, streaming online, your songs.
I sing all the time at home. As a matter, when I was in the middle of recording a new CD, and because of the fact that I thought I was going to be going in and having another transplant, we kind of put it off until that was done. Because it's a fairly decent recovery time, and within a month or two, and so we were going to go back in, and then the COVID hit us.
Wow.
So we can't get together and finish the album just yet. Although we're thinking of, we're trying to get it together. Working around the transplant and everything still, but we'll get back to it because it was sounding great. I was so excited about it, and so we'll get back to it. But I sing at home in the meantime and keep limbered up, and I can't wait to get back to the album. So.
Well, how many songs throughout the years have you written and sung and co-write with others?
I have done. Oh my gosh, I haven't kept count of all the songs I've done. I was a staff writer for quite a few years, and I haven't done a lot. I've only written a couple of times since I had the kidney thing, the kidney transplant.
Yeah.
But I'm getting back into it now. But it was such a you get very involved in those things for a while, and so it also took me a while to get into recording again. So, but I started writing again. But I can't tell you how many songs I've written. Oh my goodness! But I have written a lot with co-writers. I really enjoy that because you get a lot. You get a couple of people putting ideas in, and which is neat. But I have written a couple on my own as well. And but I think I prefer writing with a co-writer because it's just passing the ideas back and forth. And
guess what? I'm a lyricist myself. I have several songs out. I don't sing, I write.
Right, I think you mentioned that when we were talking earlier. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? Writing is such a wonderful way of expressing yourself. And for a singer,
it's like therapy.
It's just kind of neat because it's creativity that comes from another place, but being able to sing it as well is just kind of fascinating. So
I wish
I'm
I
doing
could
some
sing.
of my own on this new CD.
Yeah?
So.
Who sings along with you on your CDs? Just you or?
I do my own singing.
Yeah.
Actually, I did, even with the Poppy family, I did all the vocals on it. I mean, aside from, Terry did a couple of some of the, a couple of the songs he sang, but as far as the harmonies, I did all the harmonies. So I do all my own harmonies as well, although I do have a friend that sings with me on stage, on the road, and sometimes I will bring her in to do some as well, because she's so good and she's so much fun. Her name is Mary Saxton, and we're just like sisters in song. So I have her do some stuff on my CD as well.
Are you alto or soprano or what?
I would be considered an alto.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I wrote a little ditty called the Corona Song and had a collaborator with me. She sang it while I did the lyrics. I should pass that on to you.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's been on TV and radio.
Wow.
Wow.
Good for you. That's pretty good. Very cool.
I have almost 600 views of the music video my husband made out of it. That's a lot within a couple of weeks.
Oh.
Wow.
Well,
So-
gee, that's it's a pretty amazing thing. This COVID thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sad. All this, what's going on.
It's so sad. I mean, there's so many people that are getting sick, and but it's life changing for sure.
Yes, indeed.
It'll be a while before it gets back to. But you just gotta, oh my gosh, if people are careful. I'm of course, because of my immune system being so compromised, I'm always bugging people to wear masks
Yeah.
and keep your distance, from other people and stuff. So I'm a bit of a nag that way, but
Good. I have kidney disease, 3rd stage, myself.
Right. Yeah, and so what are you doing now? Are you waiting for under any treatment or?
I'm on meds right now. And when I first found out, I was scared pea green.
Oh, it's a frightening thing.
Yeah, it
when you
is.
first find out. You don't know what's going to happen. And, when I was told, it was so abruptly by the doctor, it was just, well, how long have you been in kidney failure?
Oh boy.
I was just kind of, my mouth dropped. And, it was a pretty hard thing to accept at first, but I learned more about it, and it's like I say, sometimes it can get better, and I just, unfortunately, mine didn't. So.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm keeping an eye on it. You might say both eyes. I really would say. Well, we're getting towards the end of our about several minutes from our the end of the show. What was your favorite song of all the songs you've done? Come on.
Oh my gosh.
The best one you think?
I have ones that I like for different reasons. Billy was exciting. Which Way You Going, Billy was exciting because it went huge, and so that was always fun to sing because people loved it, and it's always nice to sing to an audience who knows the song, and that's always fun, and so that was kind of special for me, of course, being the first one. But there are so many through that I've loved, that I've sung through my career, even my solo career.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't even. Some of them weren't even. Some of my favorites weren't even hits.
Oh.
There were songs that were on the albums, but they didn't make. They were just on the album. They weren't released as singles. But I'm having a hard time here.
Well, let's change the subject and go to something else.
What?
I'll change the subject and go to, you do children's album, A Child's Gift of Lullabies. Did you do that?
Oh, right. Yeah, I co-wrote a song for that album, and it was nominated for a Grammy, which was really quite exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And the album was. We didn't win because Beauty and the Beast was also up, so they won.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it was wonderful. I mean, how often do you get nominated for a Grammy?
Also, I write children's song lyrics, and I had several out so far. One by Matt Gerber in Toronto, and he sang one of my children's songs.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's called Two Little Owls. I'm going to send that to you, too.
Doesn't it feel good when somebody does that, when somebody sings your song?
Oh, he loved it, and so did I. So I'm going to send those 2 songs to you. Hope you don't mind. Be warned. I'm sending you those 2 songs of mine.
Oh, no, that's, yeah.
Like to share, you know. Well, we're basically towards the end of our show. Can you stay on the line after I say goodbye to my audience?
I sure will.
Certainly. Okay. Well, this is Patty Hunter. We're going to be playing one of her music videos that are my favorite. So, we'll see you next week. Have a great day and God bless.
Which way you going, Billy? Can I go too? Which way you going, Billy? Can I go with you? I really love you, Billy, and all this time I thought you loved me, Billy, and you were mine. I'm gonna miss you, Billy, and though I'm trying, I'm hurting so bad, Billy, I can't help crying. You are my whole babe, my heart and my soul, babe. I have nothing to show, babe, if you should go away. You are my whole babe, my heart and my soul, babe. If you should go, which way you going, Billy? Or need I ask? 'Cause you don't want me, Billy. You're free at last. I won't forget you, Billy, for all my life. I'll always love you, Billy. I'll stay your wife. You are my whole babe, my heart and my soul, babe. I'd have nothing to show, babe, if you should go away. You are my whole babe, my heart and my soul, babe. I'd have nothing to show, babe, if you should go. You are my whole babe, my heart and my soul, babe. I'd have nothing to show, babe, if you should go away. You are my whole babe, my heart and my soul, babe. I'd have nothing to show, babe, if you should go. Thank you.
Godspeed, my love, until we meet again. You're always in my heart. my love. God is with us always, and for the rest of our lives.